See. All right. We're live on YouTube. I don't really have a YouTube name for them yet. So welcome y'all.
Hey folks.
Hey y'all. I'm on here today for another conversations about elections with my line sister, BK, or Brittany Thomas. I don't know what she wants y'all to know her as, but I'm gonna let her tell y'all in a second. But yeah, super excited to be bringing a lot of my friends from across the country to talk about elections in their states or in the states that they have lived in. So tell the people a little bit about yourself. Yeah. And where you repping.
So I'm Brittany. Y'all can call me BK. A lot of people do. I'm from Atlanta, but I'm over in Washington right now because that's where I've been at for the last 2 years. I work as a consultant with tech firms, but trying to explore some other territories right now because you can be great at multiple things at one time. Don't let nobody put a cap on you.
Period.
And that's just a little bit about me.
Yes, love that. The sky is not even the limit. Like we get to constantly reimagine and reinvent ourselves. So I love that.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about, I guess, what was the culture like in Washington as far as community things like voting? I remember you told me before, like it was super different just from the South with environmentally friendly things. So tell me a little bit about that.
So Washington is a little bit more liberal, a little bit, in quotation marks though. Everything is perception, right? But Washington is a lot different than Georgia in my in my experience, because they put a lot of thought process into how they get people involved with voting. Like, for example, we have general elections coming up. They send us a packet with everybody that's going to be on the ballot. Yes, with their foundations of what they're speaking about, their points, all of that stuff. Yes, I know, right? I was shocked.
That's unheard of in the South.
That is not even a thing. So when I first saw it, I thought it was just like an informative pamphlet or something. But then I opened it up and I was like, y'all are telling me what these people are talking about. I don't even have to go and do the research myself. You're doing the research for me, which made it a whole lot easier to figure out, one, what's going to be on the ballot. And then two, all the different points and angles from every single person that's going to be there so I can make the best decision for at least myself and my community.
Yes.
So that was cool. And another thing that they did that I thought was really awesome is they sent everybody an absentee ballot, no matter if you ask for it or not. Yes. They send it to you with the packet, and on the ballot it tells you when you need to turn it in. So it's amazing. They made voting so easy and simple. All you really have to do is make a decision on who you want to vote for and then drop it off somewhere. And they have tons of drop-off boxes, like literally on every corner. There's so many. Yeah.
I'm speechless. Yeah, my mind is blown. So
we need that everywhere.
Tell me that there are models for how we could really make sure that people have opportunity, access, and really feel actually empowered to make educated votes on some decisions.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Even if you don't go to them, they'll come to you. Like it's amazing, especially, in Washington, most people are in tech. So we're all super duper busy. We don't really leave our houses that much. Everybody's DoorDashing, Ubering, all of that stuff. Convenience is key. So for them to do that for us, game changer. I'm sure that's the only thing that's keeping so many people in Washington voting. Like, it's the fact that they're meeting us where we are instead of us having to kind of rearrange our whole life. Yes, in order to vote. Because voting should be accessible to just anybody. Anybody who's eligible should be able to vote however they need to. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, I feel like if you live here, you should be able to vote.
Yeah. If you're eligible, child, you should be getting a ballot.
Yes. Wow. So thinking about how the game could be changed by things that other states are doing when we're looking at issues like abortion rights. Let's see, it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. When we're thinking about holidays and programming in our schools and communities, all of that really boils down to people we vote for.
Yeah.
How can we encourage our friends, our family members, our community members to do a little digging when it comes to who's running for office?
Oh my gosh. Taryn, I think you put me onto this. Rockthevote.com.
One more time for the
Rockthevote.com.
Rock the Vote. I want y'all to hear this.
Okay. Rockthevote.com makes it super easy and simple for those who don't have the luxury of living in Washington. They pretty much give you a play-by-play on basically the dates for your elections, where you can find information for your state. Yeah, they really plug you in. Like they make it so easy. So there really is no excuse. Okay, so y'all get it together. But yeah, that's the best way I would say going about it. For ease, rockthevote.com. And then just staying in touch with what you're on the local level, what they're actually doing. Because sometimes people say things and they don't actually do what they say they're gonna do. And you need to know who's not doing what they said they were gonna do too, so you don't vote for them again.
And look for opportunities, people that are doing it so that they can continue to
Yeah.
move up in their career, which is cool, but also be worried about the people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
it starts at the local level, guys. I know a lot of people wait for like presidential or bigger
Right.
elections.
The midterms, the election that is upon us now is huge. Like that's where we're actually voting for these governors, these secretary of states,
Mm-hmm.
board of education people, like all of that, judges.
Yeah.
And follow these people on social media, or like check out their social media pages if you really want to, try to make a full picture of what's going on. Like, okay, rock the vote and stuff. The articles might be boring. So, I mean, it's not boring to me, but it might be boring to people. So
Right.
check them out on social media, scroll on their pages, see what they're talking about, look at their Twitters. Like those are also other ways that you can get to know the people that are in these positions.
Yeah. And if you feel overwhelmed, I would also say like figure out what the issues that matter the most to you are. Focus on those issues first, and you'll see how it connects to everything else over time.
Yeah.
So everybody has to start somewhere. That's where I started. It was just thinking about like what are the things that I feel like affect me the most. And then when I started looking at that, all of a sudden, everything's kind of connected. You start looking at, well, what's happening here, what's happening there, but it's really important. Like I said, that local level is huge. What's happening in your state, because those are the changes that are going to affect you immediately. Those are the changes that you're going to feel the most is what's happening in your state and what's happening on the local level. Just saying.
So that kind of answers this question, but why are you a voter?
Oh my gosh, first and foremost, I'm a voter because so many people have died to give me that right to vote. That's the first thing. My family is from Alabama. So yeah. My family's from Alabama,
Repping
from Selma,
Alabama real
Alabama.
hard.
Yes, they fought so hard, y'all. Like so hard for this right for people to vote. And it's just important that we make sure that we use it, because there's no way that they're going to know what we're thinking or what we're feeling. And they won't take it seriously unless we're actually, putting that input into the ballot box. So, and another reason why I vote too is because I am an action oriented person. Like when things are bothering me, I want to do something about it right then and there. So the first and easiest thing to do is to vote. The second thing is to get involved. But the first and easiest thing to do is to vote. That's how you make your voice heard. So.
Okay. Yes. And then lastly, when you are doing this kind of work, or when you're thinking about all the crazy things that are going on, what are some things that you're doing to take care of yourself?
Girl, I gotta do better on this. But what I've been doing is taking a moment, trying to take time to really like at least an hour a day to meditate, turn TV off, turn social media off, do without, and just realize that there are so many different things happening in the world. Just to focus on that one moment in time and be, at peace with yourself, child. Just making time for yourself, whatever it is. For some people, it's doing their skincare. For some people, it's getting their nails done. But it's just really important. It's critical, really, to just spend at least an hour a week spending time to yourself and not being kind of sucked into that tornado of chaos that is the political landscape right now.
Yeah,
so that's what I would say.
I would even urge you to do an hour a day of just taking time for you.
Absolutely. You
I'm gonna
definitely
follow
should.
you
Y'all
about
deserve
that.
it. It's your time. So you
You
give it to me.
deserve
You
it.
want it. Yes. Oh, yes. I do deserve it. I do.
I
I
do.
do
You
deserve
deserve it.
it. Thank you, Tim.
Yes. Okay, friend. Thank you. I am going to send you a follow-up text after this and be sharing the link with you.
Yeah.
Let people know where they can keep up with you, your work, and just all your awesomeness.
Okay. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at It's That Girl BK, or you can follow me on Twitter, which I think is Are You Sure It's BK? So those are my two accounts.
Okay. All right. Bye, boo.